considering he had fouled the first time. Lots of support from local fans here in Barcelona. He's not the fastest guy in the field, so he has to rely on his technique. That was an excellent technical jump. He had great extension into the pit, and he was awarded 24 feet 3/4 of an inch. That moved him up to 13th place going into the third event of the first day, the shot put. There were 35 athletes contesting the decathlon here in Barcelona, so they threw in two groups. They each throw a 16-pound shot out of a 7-foot diameter circle. The only real rule is that you are not allowed to touch the ground anywhere outside of that yellow circle or touch the top of the toe board that's in front. If you do, it's considered a foul and your effort is negated. And after two events, Dave Johnson was in 13th place as he got ready for his first round throw. At 6'3", 190 pounds, Dave Johnson is a strong athlete. His personal best in the shot put, just under 49 feet coming into this event.
Dave Johnson.
Just trying to get good, solid points on the first day. His second day is always much better. And he had a good effort on the first one, around 47 feet, but a foul was called. There's the toe board that you cannot step on top of, or it will be considered a foul. You'll see here his foot appears to be on top of the toe board. You can see the black part of the bottom of his shoe. So the working judge threw the red flag, negating his effort. He stepped in the circle for his second round throw. And that throw appeared to be just beyond 14 meters, but again, the working judge called a foul. Dave Johnson asked for clarification as to what exactly he did. He had no mark through two throws, so he was down to one final throw. He misses this one, he gets no score, much like Dan O'Brien in the pole vault at the Olympic trial, so this was very important. That seemed to be a much better throw, but again, a foul was called. No mark, 3 throws, 0 points. Basically, he's out of the Olympics at that point. He showed the judge where he felt he placed his foot and asked for clarification. Let's see if we can find out what the problem is. He went back with his left foot, braced it against the toe board. From that angle, it looked fine. The black part of the bottom of his shoe goes up along the side. It's a running shoe that he uses to throw the shot. So you really couldn't tell if he was on top of the board or just braced against it. The man on the left, again, the head field judge, he conferred with the working judge. The head judge chose to overrule the working judge and went out to ask the sector judges to mark the throw. However, they had already pulled the mark out, so Dave Johnson was given a 4th throw, a second attempt on his final throw, and the Spanish crowd didn't like that at all. They didn't understand the rules. They did not know what was going on. This throw obviously became very critical, and Dave Johnson responded with clearly the best throw of the 3 he had had to that point. That truly was a courageous effort by Dave Johnson when you consider that if he fouls again, he's basically out of the meet. Many people would have thought he should play it more conservatively at that juncture. Eric Long, one of the other members of the U.S. decathlon team, told him that he thought that throw went pretty far.
That's 1540. The PR.
And it was an all-time personal best for Dave Johnson, the first time in his career that he threw over 50 feet. And try as he might, he tried to get the Spanish crowd back on his side. Rob Muzio giving him encouragement, as were other decathletes in the competition. So after 3 events, Robert Smelik still leads the decathlon, but Dave Johnson has moved from 21st after the 100 to 13th after the long jump to 9th after the shot put. Back to you, Bob.
Okay, Dan O'Brien joins us now from Olympic Stadium. You know the feeling, Dan, when your first couple of tries in an event like this have gone awry, you've got only 1 left, and there's no margin for error, and that's what your buddy Dave Johnson faced a while ago.
Yeah, I really can't understand why Dave didn't get a safe throw in his first or second attempt. I think the shot put is an easy event to get a safe throw, and to make it come down to a third throw like that is a little ridiculous.
I can hear people saying to themselves, well, that's ironic. Why didn't Dan get in a safe vault in New Orleans? But maybe they're different, a vault and a throw, different.
The events are very different. In the pole vault, you have to go 100% in the pole vault, or you're not going to make a bar of even 14 feet. So, but in the shot put, you can take a little bit off and manage to stay in the ring. Dave could have taken a half throw where he wouldn't have glided clear across the ring, but he chose not to. He chose to go for it. I haven't talked to him about that, but I imagine he felt he had a better chance of winning the gold if he really went for it.
Well, you got to hand it to Johnson. He never changed his approach. Even given the extra try, he goes all out and he hurls a personal best, and that's the one that's in the book. Now, he didn't do that well in the long jump or the 100 meters, but his best events are still ahead. How do you assess his chances?
Well, I think Dave is ahead of where he was at the Olympic trials, and he scored well at the Olympic trials. I think that throw was very key, and I do believe at this point Dave will go on to win the gold because he's been given another chance in the shot put.
Dan, thanks a lot. We'll check back with you later. Right now, a commercial break, and when we return, more volleyball. The United States against the unified team.
NBC presents the last 24 hours of the Olympics. Brought to you by MCI, inventors of friends and family. The best way to stay in touch.
I was pleased that my parents listed me in their friends and family circle and got me started with MCI, because now I can save as much money as they were saving. I thought if they're going to save 20%, I would love to save 20% too. So I called up and switched to MCI. I nominated 16 people to my friends and family circle. Everybody I knew and who I call long distance. Now, whoever you sign up for 90 days, they don't even have to be MCI customers. You can just automatically save the 20%. MCI is a great way to save money.
Going into the long jump, he checked the wind gauge, and there was no wind this morning.